Hi Scorpios, welcome to your monthly tarot reading for the month of April 2020. So let's see what's in store for you guys. Now this is obviously going to be a general reading for the whole sign of Scorpio. So you might want to check out your rising sign and your moon sign as well to see if there's any messages for you in there. And if you want a personal reading that's much more specific to you and what's going on in your life, then do head to the link just underneath this video. Okay, so let's see what's in store for the past, present and future for Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, so in your past, you have been doing something in your work, career life that was really just for kind of safety. Maybe you were doing a job that you really didn't enjoy just for the salary, or you're thinking about future prospects really just to get the money going, or maybe you're being quite frugal and saving. For some of you this will be saving money for a house, a trip, something like that, but you have definitely been frugal with your money in the recent past. Maybe at the beginning of 2020 you decided, right, I'm going to save for a house, or right, I need to start putting some money aside. And if you did, you're probably feeling quite grateful now with this whole situation we have going on with the coronavirus. You're going to be grateful that you have been putting money aside, or that you have been doing this kind of stable job. Okay, and then for some of you, you have had some money come through and it was something that you really wished for. So this could be, a small lottery win, winning some money on a scratch card. Maybe you've sold something that you've been trying to sell for ages online, or even selling a house. Could be some money from like a small legal case, something like that. But some of you have had kind of manifested some money. You've had a wish come true, and as a result you're feeling much more balanced because of it. Because you're not worrying about whether this thing's going to come through, whether it's going to work. You've had some financial situation has been resolved, and it's something that you wished for a while, and as a result you're feeling in a much more balanced position. Now that message isn't for all of you, but that is going to be definitely for some of you. Okay, and then in your past as well, Scorpio, you have been really focused on what am I going to do going forward. You've had some kind of mental clarity and you're feeling inspired to be at the beginning of a new journey. So you're thinking, right, I'm feeling super motivated. I finally got some clarity on where I want to go. And you thought, right, I'm at the beginning of this new journey now, and you're feeling inspired about it. You're ready to move forward with it. And you're kind of got the attitude like, I don't really care what anyone else thinks. And you just were feeling so motivated to go forward with it. But now moving into your present, I have the Seven of Wands here, which shows me that you're having to defend yourself. You're having to defend that decision that you've made. This clarity that you've had, you're having to defend that to people. It might be in your own mind. Maybe you're having to argue with yourself, is this really the right thing? You're going back and forth. And for some of you, this is going to be literally defending it to other people, like family, spouses, things like that. And you're having to stop and think, is this worthwhile? What do I really want? Do I want the money? Or do I want something that I'm going to enjoy more and that I feel passionate about? And you're really having to pause right now, especially with this whole coronavirus situation. It's forcing you to stop and look at both sides of the situation. Do I want to keep doing the stable thing that's going to, keep bringing me in the safe income? Or do I want to do what I'm really passionate about? And do I want to start this new journey that's actually, makes me excited and that I really want to move forward with? So you're going back and forth with that in your mind, and you've probably got some conflicting opinions coming in as well, which might be clouding your judgment a little bit. If you've got parents, a partner, things like that saying, this isn't the best time to be starting on a new path, keep doing the stable thing, then, that's only going to be confusing you more. So you're having to pause and really think about what you're going to do at the moment. And you haven't actually got the full picture yet, so you don't have all the information yet. So I'd advise you not to make any decisions right now, because it doesn't seem like you have all of the information right now. But it does seem like you need to follow your inspiration, because this thing that you're really excited about, it's given you a sense of hope and it's given you a feeling of renewal. You finally feel like, You can let go of all the burdens and the boring things that have really been restricting you and holding you back and blocking your inspiration. So do continue to find what makes you feel inspired. And you will find abundance in that, but it might be a different kind of abundance, an abundance where you actually feel connected to the universe and to nature. Because the problem is, when we move forward with something which is practical and what we should be doing, it can really block our energy in terms of feeling connected, in terms of connecting with our intuition. So you're being asked to follow what makes you feel inspired, what gives you hope for the future, and what really feels like the most authentic version of you. Because when you're that authentic version of you, that is when you can connect best of all with your intuition, and when you feel most free as well. So what makes you feel the most free, Scorpio? And that's not like other people in your life, the people that are you're having to defend yourself with, they're not necessarily thinking about what makes you feel the most free, what makes you feel the most hopeful and inspired. They're going to be worrying about the practical aspects. So do continue to really think about and consider what makes you feel hopeful and free. And for some of you, that will be financial stability. And if that's, what does feel best for you, then go with it. But for those of you who feel more inspired by this new journey that you want to go on, then go for it. So moving into your future, there is an ending, a transition of some kind. So for some of you, this is going to be, you start actually moving forward with this new journey. You leave the old thing behind and you do actually start to move forward, because you're definitely planning for the future, Scorpio. So this is going to be, for some of you, a trip abroad. Maybe you're thinking of moving abroad for work, but you're definitely transitioning, you're leaving something behind, and you're really starting to plan for the future here because you feel inspired about it. You start taking some practical steps to move forward with your new path, for those of you that are moving forward on a new path. So you start, looking at details for this trip, you start looking for new jobs, you start looking for new ways of training. But you might feel some anxiety about that, and that's so normal when you're moving on a new path, Scorpio. So that's fine, but know that it's more in your head and imagined than in real life. So it's so normal to feel anxiety when we're going through changes and a transition, like it looks like some of you definitely will be. But just know that that anxiety is in your mind, and just keep following what makes you feel hopeful and keep following your intuition, your inspiration. Because there's an exciting new beginning ahead. But there is going to be some financial sacrifice for you, for some of you, with that. So the combination of cards that I've got here, so I've got the Death card, so something ending, a transition. I've got the Ace of Wands, so a new beginning which you're feeling inspired about. It feels exciting, it feels fun, but some financial sacrifice, maybe some, take a cut in your paycheck, something like that. You have to invest money, so there is some financial sacrifice here, but it's because you're following your intuition and you know it's the right thing to do. Oh, this is such a lovely combination. So yeah, as I said, you're taking practical steps to move forward. And actually, when you do start moving forward, you'll realize that you can find some security within that. And it might be a different kind of security than the financial security. This could be security in really knowing who you are, knowing why you're doing what you're doing, and feeling so positive about it, feeling sure of yourself. It could be that kind of security, like knowing that you're doing the right thing. And you're really going to love it, and you're going to love what you're doing, and you're going to find so much joy and hope in that. So that's a really, really good thing to know after this transition, which can cause some anxiety, and you might be losing some money because of that, but actually you are going to find a different kind of security from that, and you are going to find more love in that situation. So just keep reflecting, on how you feel and what you think is the right situation for you, and you are going to triumph. Whatever path you take, you are going to be victorious, and you will eventually see the results from that. creative ideas come to me at any time. I'm always ready to receive them. So keep listening to your inspiration. And any new ideas that you will get new ideas dropping into your head at the moment, Scorpio. So pay attention to those, write them down. Because often when we get divine inspiration comes through, I get it all the time with writing, and I don't write it down because I'm driving or something like that. And I'll think, right, I'll write that down as soon as I stop. And because it's kind of channeled through, it's gone. You forget it because it's not coming from your mind. So you don't remember it, it channels through. And if you don't catch it and write it down, it does just vanish and it's gone forever. So do write down that inspiration that you get. You're profoundly clairvoyant. So this is another card about inspiration and trusting what you get through your mind. So some of you, that might be a bit more obvious that it's inspiration, but for some of you are not even going to realize that you're getting this divine inspiration through. So definitely 2 cards, they're telling you that you are getting inspiration at this time. So write it down, pay attention to it. Any great ideas, light bulb moments, write them down, because you're actually getting sent messages at the moment and sent inspiration. Refocus your energy. Sometimes the most productive way forward is to stop, rest and reassess. So do use this time just to reflect on everything that I've said. You know, if you are in the present, when I was saying about, you know, you're pausing to having to think about, you know, what's the best way forward? Do you want the financial stability, or do you want to find stability in a different way by being a more authentic version of you? And it's really telling you to use this time to focus your energy. Think about that. This is the time for you to look around, to really look at the situation that you're in your life and look at what you want going forward. And you are going to be getting divine inspiration through to help you with that. So that's what I'm going to end on today for you guys, Scorpio. And I have actually just pulled another card, yes. So if any of you that have been thinking about something during this reading and thinking, you know, is this the thing I'm going to do? I've just picked up this card and I was actually going to end the reading. So I've got this card, yes, yes, yes. Whatever you're asking or wondering about, the answer is a strong yes. The timing is right and you're ready to move forward. So that's going to apply to some of you that have been thinking about a question during this reading. The answer is yes. So if you want a personal reading, do head to the link just under this video. Do hit subscribe so that you know when the video comes out for next month. And until then, have a beautiful month of April 2020, Scorpios. I'll talk to you very soon.